Today we're talking about the unconventional ELT techniques that actually work, the ones that helped me to acquire the language when I was a learner myself, and the ones I'm using for my students as well. The more experienced we get as educators, the more convinced we become about the catchphrase. Adult education is not a one-size-fits-all journey. We must cater for students' distinct academic needs, and it often happens that traditional methods and standard approaches bring insufficient or inconsistent results. For example, our beloved international editions don't work for basic levels fluency, and the top modern approaches can come across as dull and unmotivating for lots and lots of more experienced users. They would just refuse to follow any curriculum from the outset, complaining about the lack of lively language, some real-life drama and coloring in conversations. And I do see eye to eye with them here. Being a challenging and demanding learner myself, I'd rather ditch the map at times. Bearing the ultimate goal in mind, educators are always on the lookout for the innovative strategies that can captivate students' attention and boost their specific learning outcomes. And among such engaging and effective classroom experiences, I'd definitely highlight the jazz chants and the drama club. Probably being the teacher in a remote area and having no pressure of the modern ELT standards that are quite tough, or just being a personal tutor for kids, you wouldn't label these teaching techniques as unconventional, just the other way around, rather traditional ones. But I guess in this case, we don't belong to the same universe, or we might be talking at cross purposes here. Jazz Chants by the legendary Carolyn Graham is a set of snappy upbeat dialogues and poems which I use with basic levels for extra articulation practice, rhythm, linking, stress, and intonation patterns. This way, we train students' ears to catch the subtleties of pronunciation of a native speaker that's spoken American English and the natural flow of the language. And it's also a unique way to improve listening comprehension skills and memorize lots of colloquial language structures in a relaxed and theatrical way. And on a serious note, Jazz Chants is a real game changer for Russian adult learners who start almost from scratch but can afford only one class per week. I equipped my students with daily portions of tasks and asked them to record themselves and send me their voice messages. This way, the technique offers kind of instant feedback on students' pronunciation skills, and it enables us to pinpoint the areas for growth and also make swift corrections. That's so handy and groundbreaking. And what transforms the classroom into the interactive and joyful space more than Carolyn is the drama club. Role-playing, mimings, improvisations with dialogues and monologues. So these are considered to be the core drama techniques, though in our area they seem like the traditional practices and classroom routines. They build communicative competence, reduce anxiety, and boost fluency in meaningful contexts. Among something out of the box, I'd mention staging plays or acting out dialogues, turning them into theater performance for students to take on some fictitious character personas or maybe real-life identities in various scenarios. A drama club would work out for students, for adult students, but without the appointed person or a group manager, that's incredibly hard to set up. That's one of my pipe dreams. This is extra emotional impact on memory since the language gets tied to the emotion rather than isolated grammar or vocabulary drills. And this way, drama techniques provide a richer understanding of the language, the topic, whatever, and it also nurtures adaptability, creativity, collaboration, time management, and presentation skills. And talking about drama techniques, it's also worth mentioning that we can make learning more inclusive since acting engages visual, auditory, and kinesthetic channels simultaneously. Applying drama techniques kind of blends the theatrical art into educational process, and that's so refreshing and liberating, I must tell you. And in this respect, I can't help bragging about those fond memories of mine from the uni time when we made an amateur movie with my group mates that is kind of the mystery thriller, and it serves an excellent example of the drama techniques in action. Not only did it help us improve our language skills, but it also boosted our morale and group dynamics. That's very important for a female group. If you want more details on the topic, I can refer you to the dedicated publication. It's quite lengthy, and if you are interested in watching the movie itself, drop me a line in the comments and I'll send you the private link to the YouTube video. This is a tiny local masterpiece, but a huge diamond in my knickknackery of the best moments from the youth. Absolutely gorgeous for pronunciation, practical grammar, authentic vocabulary, speaking and listening. These unconventional techniques breathe drama and life into education and infuse classes with enthusiasm, excitement, and fun. We have to be fully aware that using these techniques solely or in isolation or with students with alternative aims and different needs, so they can either demotivate students, make them think that you are not reasonable enough or academically old-fashioned, or they can totally disrupt the whole idea of the holistic approach to the learning process. So be mindful to strike this elusive balance.